What's happened here?
See, this is the problem with everybody at the bike race having cowbells and ringing bells. You can't actually hear what is the actual
he's
bell.
radioing in and
no.
Thanks, mates, all the work done. Surely somebody's told him. I hope somebody's told him, because he's going to be rather embarrassed in a minute when everybody rides past him. They're not going to last long, though. They know it. Certainly Santos has realised that.
Yeah, the bunch can see them now. It doesn't matter how hard they work, the bunch have got it nicely under control.
Movement from Neri Sotoli at the front.
So this one going to come down to a reduced bunch sprint. But we saw a lot of work being done earlier by Nippo Vini Fantini. They've sent a rider just up to the front of the bike race here.
Well, is it going to come down to a sprint? Because there's movement from behind. Joao Almeida, the man we were talking about who'd signed for Quick Step for next year, the Koenig Quick Step. And there's a little bit of hesitation as to who does the chasing behind. They've gained 5 seconds so far. A couple of riders trying to come across. This could get very messy, you know. We can see movement from Arapaho. The rider involved for Arapaho looks to be Benjamin Wolf. Well, we're talking 20 seconds now. This is interesting inside the final 5 kilometres.
Yeah, 5 kilometres of pretty much all downhill apart from the last 1,500 metres. So if they can stretch this gap out another 10 or 15 seconds, they're in with a chance.
Rider Benjamin Wolf from Arapaho. He had a man from Worthy Pro Cycling with him. 3.5 Ks to go. Oh dear, 25 seconds back to the peloton. So much drama in this lap and a half. A winner who thought he'd won, a non-winner in the end, in Hayden McCormick.
Yeah.
And now a chance for everybody to be upset. Oh, and it's Svetkov. That's big news if that's Svetkov involved.
No, it's about 8 seconds back to the bunch, and they're all looking around, these lead 4 riders. I think they know that their moment is done, and we now need to worry about trying to recover just a little bit so we don't lose too much time on this final run in. Here comes the right turn, and this is just about to go off if we haven't had enough drama already.
Inside the last mile, just 1.5 kilometers to go. That right turn and the climb all the way up to the Utah State Capitol building in Salt Lake City. It's all about to come back together. It's been a full gas race. 88 kilometers of racing today, 8 laps around the city, and it's all to come to a head with a grouped bunch with a final race to the line. Worthy Pro Cycling getting together. I wonder how their main sprinter's legs are, because Travis McCabe had been out in the bunch and in the break earlier on today.
Yeah, but he's a very good rider. He knows this finish very well. He knows this stage as well, so don't discount Travis McCabe. But lots of action going on at the front of the bunch here, and as we said, it's strung out just behind.
It's Fiorelli who's really making them work very, very hard indeed. If Canola is still in this bunch behind, it's a pretty good move, this from Nippo Vini Fantini. He can follow the wheels, but I think he will have to stay on the wheels now. Canola, in fact, is just hiding there at about 4th or 5th position. On the left, you can see it's done for Fiorelli. Wolf is the only remaining rider there. This now is James Piccoli who's making a move, and behind him is McCabe. Well, Piccoli, infatigable this week.
Well, he's looking for the time bonuses. He needs to try and challenge Ben Hermans in that leader's jersey, but Travis McCabe on his back wheel, that's a very dangerous move there. Travis McCabe getting a great lead out from James Piccoli. 500 metres to go now.
One of the riders from Canal Specialized is there, is Pablo Alarcón, the Chilean rider. He sits in 3rd wheel in the blue and red. They come around turning left now. They've got the hardest part of the climb out the way. Who has the best legs for the sprint? There's a little bit of a split behind as well. We've got 20, 30 riders, no more than that really. Lawson Craddock is there in 4th place. Canola, who we've been watching, sits down in 5th on the wheel of Craddock. On the right-hand side, it's Alarcón who's going to have a go. Alarcón now in the blue and the red, being followed by McCabe. Canola, the winner from 2 years ago, is there as well. He launches his sprint on the right-hand side in the orange. It's Canola up against McCabe. Canola hits the front now. McCabe is there, doesn't have the legs. It's going to be Marco Canola at a canter. And this time the winner is the winner. Marco Canola, Travis McCabe, and I think Brendan Rim there just squeezing ahead of Pablo Alarcón with Guillaume Alarcón and Boivin. And this is how it played out.
Yeah, so watch Alarcon here in the blue and the red, and you can see Canela just behind on the wheel of McCabe. At this point here, you can see he's kind of thinking, oh, shall I, shan't I? If Alarcon had moved to the right there wouldn't have been anywhere for for Canelo to go.
Canelo had the strength just ahead of Travis McCabe. And that's a great ride from Travis McCabe, having been in the breakaway for half the stage.
It's a great ride from Travis McCabe. It's also a great ride from Brendan Rim, who we saw attack late on yesterday and try and get away. So, yeah, good result for him getting on the podium for the American Continental level team.